SeatGeek. For all your ticketed events, from sporting to concert outings, SeatGeek has you covered. They even conveniently color-coded each ticket on their website from amazing to worst, so you can easily know which are the best deals. SeatGeek, the smart way to buy. Save $20 off your next ticket purchase with the promo code. Hey everybody, I'm your host, Granite Gotcha. Also known as the Big Cat, my cool cat. Put your paws on there if you're rocking with the Big Cat. Today, we're here to talk about Stephen A. Smith's reaction to Cam Newton inconsistent passing. Let's talk about it, man. But first, one quick question. Do you love the Cam? Yes, no, maybe. Do you look at it? Yes, I still love you, man. Do you look at it? If you look at it, give it a dab. I know it's been hard on Cam here lately. It's time to go at it one more again. Find out what Stephen A. Smith thinks is the problem. Let's get into it. Before we get started, man, make sure you subscribe. Click the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Let's go ahead and hop into it. Let's find out what First Take crew and Stephen A. Smith think is wrong with Cameron Newton. Let's find out, man. I already know it's going to be some bullshit, but we got to give it a chance. Let's see what's going on.
At a very, very high level in his career. Almost the ultimate level to win a Super Bowl and an MVP. That's, how much better is there than that? And last year, that was the best Cam Newton we have seen so far. And the Panthers were on a roll. So, when did it all change? With the shoulder injury. Of course.
Yeah.
If Cam is healthy, in any given season, he's a threat to be great, or he's never going to be worse than, you'd take that guy as your quarterback. But his trajectory is like this now. And he has a dynamic offensive weapon for the first time in his career in McCaffrey. If Cam is healthy, I have no concerns. The shoulder is my only concern.
This is something we've been saying for a long time now. If Cam is healthy, he's the GOAT. I mean, he's the greatest of all time. He's the best quarterback in the league when healthy because he's a dual-threat quarterback. He can do the zone read and keep it. He can throw it deep. He can throw it short. He can do it all. You know what I mean? When he's healthy. He's saying don't worry about the shoulder, but the proof is in the pudding. I know it's the first game of the season. You spent all offseason rehabbing it. A lot of you guys are saying it's rust. If you haven't been in training camp, if you haven't been playing preseason games, it sounds like you've been rested. You're well rested, okay? So you haven't been hit all offseason. You haven't really played any preseason games like that. Where are y'all getting this rust thing from? I think he has plenty of time to be rested. That's what it sounds like to me. But, again, to be fair, when healthy, he's the best. I mean, and it's not even close. It's not even close when healthy. So that's the point that we've been saying all offseason.
Concerns. The shoulder is my only concern.
I disagree. It's hard for me because I'm a Cam Newton fan, but he's the third best quarterback in his own division. He's not Matt Ryan. He's not Drew Brees.
Damn, did you hear that? Stephen A. Smith, hell, man. He's wrong about that, by the way. He's better than Matt Ryan. I say he's the second best quarterback, but damn. Man, that's just some pure hater shit, man. I mean, first of all, Matt Ryan opened the season up against Minnesota and didn't even play. He didn't show up. He didn't even put up nowhere near the amount of points that he did against the level of competition that Cam Newton did. So, for him to even open up his mouth with this bullshit, I already know it's going to be on some bullshit, but he's not the third best in the division. He's the second best.
The year that he went to the Super Bowl, they were 15-1. He won league MVP honors, okay? He didn't complete 60% of his passes. They had the number 2 rushing attack in football, but they were the 24th ranked passing attack. I'm a guy, it's a particular thing with me, Dominique. When you are a quarterback, I'm looking at your ability to throw the football in order for me to define. It's a difference between me, in my mind, between you being a great athlete and a great player and a great QB. I think Cam Newton is a great athlete.
Again, man, I mean, it's hard to argue with what he's saying, but you got to look at it, the pieces that were around him on the offensive line and also around the receiving core. To lament the point that he was trying to make right there, great point, and I always said it, Cam Newton is not an elite quarterback. He's a good quarterback. He's an elite athlete, okay? The things that he could do on the field with his feet is the things that he could do better than Drew Brees, better than Tom Brady. They can't run like he can run. He can't stiff arm like he can stiff arm. They can't juke and spin and do all that stuff, okay? That's what makes him a superior elite athlete. But when it comes to playing the quarterback position, he's a good quarterback. He's not a novice quarterback. He's not a bad quarterback. He's a good quarterback. Now, my only issue with Stephen A. Smith is he's like what I like to say, whitewash, okay? When I mean by whitewash, I mean he's caught up in this stereotype that In order for you to play the position of quarterback, you got to be a drop back, don't run, sit in the pocket, and find your receiver and be surgical with it, okay? That's the shit that's causing Cam Newton to be messed up right now. Cam Newton's conflicted. Cam Newton is hearing from so many people, including his OC, his head coach, the people out here, throw it, don't run, scramble, go, don't, stop. And he's so scared that right now to fuck up. He don't want to fuck up. I hate people that like this, that they take away from him when it comes to his ability to play the goddamn game of football and play it at the quarterback position. He's not your typical quarterback. Okay, his numbers are not going to look gaudy like Patrick Mahomes or anybody else. Okay, so to put him in a corner and then try to sit here and say you got to throw like this or you got to take this pass. If not, you're not a true quarterback. That's selfish, unfair, unrealistic. Coming from somebody who never played the game of football, by the way.
I think Cam Newton, when healthy, is a great player. But when I think quarterback, I'm thinking one criteria above all else, your ability to fling that football. And that is my one question about him. When you look at the Carolina Panthers, and by the way, I'm not telling you anything I didn't tell Cam. Cam and I haven't spoken in years or anything like that. We don't know each other like that. But there's a couple of times that I've seen him in the past. I told him, consistency throwing the football. That's my one issue, okay?
That's facts. You can't argue with that. Look, I always said what separates you from being a good quarterback for being a great quarterback is consistency. That what makes you a great quarterback, okay? Taking down the short throws, taking the deep throws, managing the time of the game, managing the play of the game, knowing you're down in distance, doing the little things, okay? You don't have to go out there and be Superman at everything, but when you do the little things in the game of football, when you do the little things with your eyes closed, you're elite. You're elite because that's what's going to save you in the end. Yeah, the deep ball is nice and pretty and it gets you a bunch of highlights, but when you do the little things, taking your check downs, throwing the ball away, don't get hit unnecessary, sliding when you need to slide, taking the deep shots when they're there, when you put all that together, that what makes you elite. So, the moment he decides or the moment he comes around, he can put all those things together. Cam Newton's going to be in the elite category. Right now, he's just a really good quarterback. But right now, I'm not giving up on him. I still think he has a chance. And it has a lot to do with the offensive coordinator, by the way. Okay? Right now, I think he's been typecasted, man. I feel like the offensive coordinator's like, let's call a bunch of safe plays, which in terms is going to do what? It's going to make his numbers look real good. 20 for 27, 20 for 29. It's going to make your numbers look good when you're doing a bunch of dicks and dunks. But it's safe, okay? Nobody's going to get in the media and say, well, he played a bad game. It's really conflicting. You know what I mean? I'm going to show you that you can play a good game without throwing it deep, but you're not going to be able to win the game. So it's conflicting. I say, look, let's go back to the Auburn Cam. When Cam had that playbook open up, they let him scramble and let him throw. Let's go back to that Cam, all right? Take the chains off him. Let him be great. I think the offense coordinator, I think the head coach, let him be great. Stop trying to put him in the box like Stephen A. Smith is. If you don't drop back 90% of the time and take the check down or take the slant, then you're not a good quarterback. Fuck that. I don't want to hear that.
And all I'm saying is, when I look at him and I look at Carolina when they've had success, their defense with Kuechly, with Thomas Davis and those boys back in the day, they were something special. It's not to say that he was awful by any stretch of the imagination, but I can't ignore the fact that, A, when you completed 60% of your passes as a rookie, you never did it again for 7 years until last year. And then I'm looking at your division, the NFC South, and we're talking about greatness here. And you're the third best quarterback in your own division.
I disagree with that.
I think he's the third best passer in that division.
That's what I mean.
Second best quarterback.
That doesn't mean he's the third best quarterback.
Okay.
And I think there are many different ways to skin a cat. And just because he doesn't play quarterback in a way that we're used to doesn't mean that he's not effective. And while I think that the completion numbers aren't great, he's still been incredible. So from 2011 to 2017, he had the best yards per attempt of any quarterback in football because he can go down the field. So he's not going to dink and dunk you. All the stuff that we hate about modern football, as much as we like modern football, no one likes when everyone's just dink and dunking. You want to take those big shots, which is why I agree with Max. If his shoulder's not right, that means he can't run the ball the way that he used to, and that's a part of his game. It's not going to go away, and that's what makes him special. And he can't go downfield with the aggression that he has in the past. That's my only concern.
Let me go to both of you with this. You play corner?
Yep.
You're a cornerback in the National Football League. And every game or every other game, you got an interception. That's pretty decent.
That'd be nice.
But if you're getting burned more often than not,
Right.
then I'm going to look and my number one, I'm looking at you, and your number one responsibility is to cover. I'm saying to you, you look at a quarterback position, Max. Listen, not to compare, because obviously Tim Tebow as a pro wasn't even in this class. I'm not saying that. Lamar Jackson last year in the playoffs against the Chargers, we saw what happened. There's no question you can run with the football. There's no question you can move the chains, make plays. And behind center, you can make things happen. But for me, I don't understand how you can play the quarterback position and somebody is looking at you and they're pointing to all these other attributes.
I'll tell you what
as
you're really
things that are
beefing
great
about.
without prioritizing your ability to fling the
football. A lot of
football.
football people would agree with you, because what you're saying is whatever happened in the past, he doesn't have a reliable, predictable trait that I can count on going forward, right? So, okay, in terms of accuracy, okay.
That's all I'm talking about.
Here's my point, and I agree with Dominic here. Passing is a means to an end. I don't care how you get the W. Just get the W. When you put...
Facts. Okay, like I said, he's not going to be a guy that's going to sit here and he's going to wow you with his stats, 4,000 yards a season. He's not going to be this guy that's going to sit here and throw for 400 or 500 yards a game. But ask me, will I take a W with 128 yards passing and 1 touchdown? Of course. Like I said, again, I think Stephen A. Smith has been typecasting him the whole career. And we all know Cam Newton is not the most accurate quarterback. Let's be real about it. But in the clutch, when Cam Newton is Cam Newton, and when they're allowing him to take the chains off, Cam Newton is dangerous. Don't believe me? Ask Minnesota when he took off with 2 minutes left, burned him for a run. Oh, was he supposed to sit in the pocket and throw a 90-yard bomb? Yeah? So, again, who cares if he's not the most accurate? Who cares if he misses down the field? Who cares if, when it's time to make those plays, that he makes those plays? And that's the reason why he's been catching so much hell this week, because during the Rams game, there were times for him to make those plays, and he didn't take those plays. And the reason why is because the offense coordinator, they're holding back. They're telling him to be safe. Take the check down. And he's conflicted right now. That's like me getting a dog and say, look, meow, meow. And eventually the dog goes, meow. He's confused. Let that man go, man. Y'all own what? Y'all own what?
Cam on a team with a fighting chance, they win a lot. And it's because, and one of the big reasons is because he's playing quarterback.
I emphatically disagree with that means to an end statement, because I think that everyone has a job description.
Okay.
And your number one job description as a quarterback is to be able to fling the football.
That's why we'll never agree. Because I don't agree. The fundamental point that you're talking about, your number one job as a quarterback is not necessarily to throw the ball. Your number one job is to move the ball down the field and score touchdowns.
Yeah, we disagree there.
If you're scoring touchdowns with your team and you're running it, you're passing it, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. If you can put together an MVP season without being an elite passer, then you're fine with me.
I disagree with that definition too. The number one job of a quarterback is to lead your team to victory. That is the real job. Look, Tim Tebow, you and I will always disagree about this. Tim Tebow, because he's a
winner,
but because his mechanics,
that's a goal. That's not a job. No, I mean that's what your goal is. No. How are you going to get to that is what I think your job is.
But part of it could be leading in the locker room.
Right.
Part of it could be showing faith in your receivers. Part of it could be running. Part of it could be throwing. Part of it could be reading defenses and
What's
audibling.
the number one though? The number one is that's why Stephen A is saying his number one is passing the ball, and I'm not going to disagree with you. Cam's not a precision passer, but the stat that I gave is a real one. He has the best numbers from 2011 to 2016 for yards per attempt. That's because he takes big shots downfield, and it may not be consistently accurate, but he moves the ball.
That's a fair argument. I'm not refuting that. I'm saying that. Listen, I didn't say that Cam doesn't win. I didn't say that Cam wasn't great as a player. I didn't say that he wasn't a great athlete. I'm saying to you, if based on what y'all are telling me, hell with it. If you can find a way to move the chains, so what? Go behind center. And I'm like, wait a minute. There's plenty of dudes that can be effective if that ain't the criteria for a quarterback.
Okay, so now he's sitting up here lying. He's saying that there's plenty of dudes that he know that can get behind the get behind the center and move the ball without throwing it. Tell me who. Name me who, Stephen A. Smith. Blake Bortles? Come on, man. You just being a hater, man. Look, if you're going to make real stats and real facts about him, okay, I give you the fact that he's not accurate. Okay, kudos to that. I give you the fact that he's probably the second best quarterback in that league, okay? That's what I give you. But to sit up here and say that because he's not the best or the most accurate thrower in the league or in the NFL, he's not any good. Come on, you're just hating, man. That's just some pure hater shit. I don't think you really know what you're talking about. Cam is who Cam is. And I said we live and die with who Cam is. I mean, he's a runner. He's a dual-threat quarterback. He's a guy that can make you get your first downs and touchdowns with more than just his arm. He can do it with his legs, too. He puts pressure on defense with his legs. Okay? If anything, he's more valuable than any other quarterback in our NFC South because he can do it with his legs. All right? When you're playing Matt Ryan and Drew Brees, all I got to do is sit back and make sure I'm in the right coverage or I'm playing man-to-man perfect. When you're playing Cam Newton, you can't do that. You can mess around and try to sit back in coverage, or you can sit in here and play man-to-man on him, and he'll go right by you with his legs. So, don't take that away from the guy. Don't do that. That's selfish, man.
I'll be back.
Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Keep Pounding _ TV. I'm your host, Granny. Got to also know the Big Cat, my cool guy. Put your paws in there if you rock with the Big Cat. Get in the comment section. Let me hear what you guys think about this Stephen A. Smith and reason why he feel like Cam is inaccurate. He's not a good quarterback because he doesn't do it with his arm. He doesn't do it with his arm. He uses his legs. No. You're not allowed to use your legs to be great. I guess not, man. Some people just need to zip it or rip it. Man, get in the comment section. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'm your host, Greg Gato. Let's church say damn. Don't forget to subscribe to the Carolina Panthers custom helmet giveaway video in the playlist. Once we hit 5,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away free a $300 retail value Marvel's Avenger Carolina Panthers helmet. Keep pounding.